hella awkward when I speak about it because the nuts were still warm. Pause. These bunch of papers, these are all raps, right? And this is not all. There's more in books. And he's proud of. You know your first writings, how proud you are of it. And it probably sounds like trash right now, but I was hella proud of that. Welcome to iTALK. My stage name is Pr3tty Boy with a 3, Pr3tty Boy, right? Before making like content and anything content related like that, my first love is music, right? That's the first thing, my first 10. Well, not really actually, because let me get into it, right? So as a kid, I liked, as a kid, you know, when you're a kid, and you grow up, you want to be a doctor, you want to be this, you want to be that, you know the vibes. I wanted to be an actor, right? And the reason I wanted to be an actor was simply so I can be on TV, which is crazy because right now, if someone had to come up to me and be like, would you rather be on TV or on like a Mr. Beast video, I'd for sure go to a Mr. Beast video, right? Or let me use a podcast. Would I rather go on TV or go on Flagrant? I'd for sure take Flagrant 10 times over TV on any day, right? Even though the exposure might be different or whatever, but the audience is real, and it's raw, it's authentic, it's where the people are, everything else. But I really don't want to get into that. But now you see how I can ramble into different topics. I even forgot what I was speaking about. Oh, I was speaking about my child dreams as an actor. Yes. So I used to play guns. So I used to call it playing guns, which sounds weird now when I say it out loud, but it makes sense once you get it. So playing guns is like I'd have sticks, right? So okay, so my home has like gang trees. Well, had gang trees. Now there's fewer ones. So they would always be cutting wood. So there'd always be wood and stuff like that. And I'd have a few toy guns, right? So, but like most of my guns were made of wood because toy guns, I could get like handguns, right? Because those were more affordable. And then for like my machine guns, my bazookas, my grenades, my whatever I needed, I'd have to like be creative about it and use like wood, find a stick that looks like an AK and then picture it in my mind as an AK. That's mostly what all of this was just building a movie in my own head that kept, if I can tell you how many hours that literally kept me entertained for a long ass time. Like I'd basically if let's say, because like I can't play, I wouldn't play at 12 to 1 noon because the sun is still directly up, so and around 11 in the morning, and that's all that, I wouldn't play then because the sun is directly up. So I'd play from like around 2-3, and I'd end it like around 6. And the reason I'd end it around 6 was because where I'd play was like there was a pool. Oh, so we had like a pool. Well, now it works. But like for many years, this pool has never been working. It's just been a mosquito den. So the reason I'd go inside at 6 was when it got darker, more mosquitoes got out and they became a problem, biting you and stuff, and you'd have to scratch. They don't have any diseases, just swimming pool mosquitoes. They probably had some chlorine in them, but anyways, that's a different topic. So yeah, I used to like play guns. I used to also be able to play alone, right? Sometimes I'll play with my brother. Oh yeah, I have a brother and a younger sister. I'm a middle child. Shout out to J. Cole. I listen to J. Cole too. Um, damn, I just mentioned so many things at once. I would even play alone because not all the times can someone like play with you and all that. So I would take it upon myself that yo, I think that's where I also got this mentality of you can do it yourself. Like just do it because waiting on people is also something, it's one of my icks, right? Just waiting on people, I don't know what it is. I can only wait on one person, which is God, right? I can only wait on God. I can wait on him all day because I know that he's always working, always doing the things. But waiting, like for me, it's also like, what am I waiting for too? If I'm waiting a long time just to get something small, then that pisses me off. But if it's worth the wait, it's worth the wait. What can you say? Yeah. So I then played guns. Well, playing guns for me was like a movie, right? So what I would do, I would watch different movies, right? Like any other kid. But growing up, we never used to watch a lot of TV because yeah, my dad didn't like us watching a lot of TV. So understandably so, because a lot of TV can be bad. So I used to like we used to watch movies, gang movies. Whenever we got a chance, watch a movie, and then I used to take like my favorite movies, like action movies, and then I just like mix them. I'd get a scene from John Wick, right? And then I'd get a scene from whatever other movie, and then I'd get a scene from this movie. Then I'd compile it into one, and I'd weave my own storyline through it. I don't know if you understand, but like I would, in my story, right? I would have characters like Jason Statham. I would have a mixture of John Wick, not a mixture like you thinking like you put them together. No, like a mixture of, I'd have all these people from different movies in one movie, but playing their roles of those movies, right? So if I get Rambo, he's gonna be Rambo, right? If I get Vin Diesel, he's gonna be Vin Diesel. He's not gonna be a different. When I got Keanu, he was John Wick all the time because I knew him through John. Well, yeah, I knew him through John Wick. Another thing about me, I know a lot of movies, but I don't know a lot of cultural movies, right? So I've watched The Matrix there and there, cause yeah, I've watched The Matrix there and there. I think the first one. I haven't watched all the other Matrix. I haven't watched like your Straight Out of Compton. Maybe I did. No, I didn't. I haven't watched whatever. I've watched Scream. If there's a cultural movie, like what else have I watched? But like, yeah, that's the gist of it. I've watched gang movies, but not a lot of iconic movies. But my thing also in movies, ne, right now in 2023, I cannot watch a movie that's um older than 2005, right? Because for me, I feel like if you go from 2005 below, then it's just, the quality is just so bad that I cannot watch it. And even the 2000s are unbearable. The quality, don't get me wrong, the quality there is unbearable for me to watch, but I push it to 2005. But if I had to get my own movies that I want to watch and they'd ask the date, I'd say 2018. I don't want to watch anything before 2018. Yeah. And I don't watch series. Yeah, I don't watch series because they are too much work to keep up with for me. Yeah, I just want a quick one and done pause. Just, oh, speaking of pause, I I was volunteering at church recently. Oh, I volunteer at my at my local church. And then the lady who bakes was asking me to break the nuts. Pause. So she's like, she comes with the nuts, right? So she's like, she shows me how to break them, right? She shows me how to break them. But now I find a quicker way, right? She wanted me to break them one by one, but I found a quicker way was to grab a handful of nuts, pause, grab a handful of nuts, pause, and then crush them. So like she wanted me to do them one by one. And there was like a whole dish. So I just grabbed them and like crinkled them in in bulk. And yeah, that's I was when while I was doing that I was thinking about it, like this is gonna be hella awkward when I speak about it that yo I was breaking because then the nuts were still warm. Pause. So, let me move. So yeah, those were my things, my dreams as a child, right? No, not the nut stuff, the acting stuff. Yes. So after that, I then went to school, went through school. I'm pretty sure I was playing guns for a very long time, right? But I also, on the guns part, I feel like it was prepping me to have a creative mind, right? To be able to tell stories, to be able to entertain myself, right? To be able to picture the whole thing in my mind and make it come to life. Because, like, I did film and TV production, right? So when we speak of this, making something see to life, I'm gonna use see. Making something see to life is like bringing the idea from paper to screen, right? So as a kid, I just brought it from my mind to my actions, what I played. But like I was always the hero, of course. And those were fun times, those were enjoyable times because I would have this whole entertainment. Sometimes I had superpowers, sometimes I had this, sometimes I had that. I'd climb trees as helicopters. It was a wild time. It was crazy, it was fun. But yeah, there was really purpose behind that to like help me be a person with vision, I guess, and be a person who can be creative, I guess. But anyways, moving on. So in seventh grade, I was chilling with the. So when you have like you have a song that you've memorized, like one of your songs. So me becoming coming into music. That's what I'm speaking about now. From acting, right? Because remember, I wanted to be an actor. So now this is me getting into music, right? So I remember I was in seventh grade and I had like this draw me the there. Now it there. Draw me the there. I had that. And yeah, it was just that. And that was a rap that I wrote and was proud of. Your first writings, how proud you are of it. And it probably sounds like trash right now. But I was hella proud of that. Anytime someone would say rap, I'll drop that. Drop me the there. Yeah. So I was chilling with a bunch of girls. I remember this very well. Group of girls. So we used to play weird stuff like paper dolls. Um, used to what other games did we play? We'd play different games. Like I remember playing different games with these girls. Like we'd play so many games. I'm trying to think of other games that we played because we played paper games. We played I don't know which other, but like we're in the class most of the time, right? So the teacher was out and stuff like that. So we'd play those games. So one day, I don't know how it came about, but like we started making music or like rapping type vibe. So me being me and having my dominant there, boss, I'm like, this is a perfect time to hit them with my job meter there, boss, right? Which was definitely the perfect time. But it wasn't. Because I hit them with my job meter there and they didn't really like it because it wasn't catered for them, right? But with that, we then decided that, you know what, let's write something else. That's where I wrote my second song, right? Weirdly, I still have the diary because like they gave us these free diaries. I still have the diary to this day, to this day, where we wrote my second song ever. I don't know where Drop Me the Deb is, where I wrote that. I completely don't know. But I know where I wrote a second song. Whereas there was this girl, I think her name was Tandega. Then we were like, she was like on some singing vibe. Yeah, then we wrote a song right then. And then it was a song that we performed like as a group, you know. Obviously, as with the group we're chilling with, it was probably like 5 of us or 6 of us, you know. Me being the only guy there, of course. Which was kind of weird, but it felt different because women can be very caring, you know. So it felt like a real caring environment, a real. Even though I was young, they didn't realize it at that point, but it was a, yeah, it was like a different environment, comfortable environment, you know. So moving on, we then used to perform that song for our friend group. And then I remember one of them once saying like I should go and hit the studio, right? But I never hit the studio for like a while after that, for like months and months and months and months. Then once I was okay, yeah. Then once I was going right. Once I was on YouTube, right? And then I saw a free beat, and I was like, "What? There's free beats on YouTube." So I searched YouTube free beats, and then I found a free beat on YouTube. I was like, "There goes a song, right?" So I then YouTube. So YouTube taught me a lot of things, right? Like it should teach you too. So I then YouTube. I'm like, "How do you record a song on your phone?" Because I never had any mic or anything like that, so I had to use my phone. It was a small S3 Mini. If you all remember those phones, shout out. But I had like a S3 Mini. So I'm like, how do you record on your phone? No. Yes. It was a S3 Mini. How do you record on your phone, right? So I find this app, well, these two apps called Tune Me and Sing Play, right? And then Sing Play, on Sing Play was where I recorded Drop Me the Dab, which was my first song I ever recorded. I was so happy because I also put the ad libs there. And the only person who has that song to this day is my brother. Yeah, that's the only person who has that song. Even I lost the song. That's how crazy it is. And the guy doesn't want to send me the song. But anyways, yeah, I remember just how nice and like so cool it was, just having my first song be like, yeah, you have a song. But yeah, it took a while before I could record. I remember I used to also, now I'm cutting the story short because I'm looking at the time there and it's like at like 20 minutes. I don't know if this will be 20 minutes because I'll be cutting it up, but I'm looking at the time and time is ticking. So yeah, at the time it was so dope. Oh yeah, I used to record with my phone. Sometimes I'd send it to different producers to like put it on a beat. And shout out to them. Shout out to Triple K. Triple K helped me a lot. Especially with like putting, like, he put a lot of my phone verses on a beat because I didn't even have a PC at the time, right? So shout out to Triple K. I'll always remember that nigga, and also some other niggas, but I won't mention them because yeah, I don't, we're not cool like that. So I don't know the stature of limitations of whether I can speak on them or not. So just don't want to speak on niggas that I wouldn't speak on any other day, right? Yeah. So yeah, I then recorded Drop Me the Dab, and I remember there was another song I recorded, but it was a wackest track as any other track. But yeah, that's where I really started in being like, I can actually do this full time. Cause like me, and then I used to also write like more and more, and I used to write in class. It used to be a whole thing. Like, you see, after seventh grade, and after discovering that I could write and record my own song, that was life changing. That was life changing. I then went full in. Like, it was my one thing that I knew that I can really do this well, right? Because what else could I really do well at the time? I didn't know, because I was just any other regular kid, right? Yeah, I just, my academics were average, like normal. I passed well. I wasn't a student or nothing, but I passed well. So academics were good. So what else could I do? What really made me special? So finding that was what made me feel like I was special. Like it's really, this is my gift. This is what I'm meant to be doing with my life, you know? And then yeah, I just, man, I'm just thinking of the time, how fun it was writing all the diss songs. Used to diss my friends, used to diss. So like, it gave me like um a image, especially in a time where I didn't exactly know who I was gonna be. It gave me like something to be like, okay, you can structure your life this way, right? So yeah, I do rapper things like read books. Yeah, a lot of rappers read books. If well, rappers who used to rap, not your lean rap and your perk rappers, and well, some perk rappers read books. Shout out Almighty Suspect. But anyways, that's a different story for another day. Oh, I wanted to say, that's how I really got into like making music like that, and like rapping. I remember I also used to write a lot in class. So like, when it was time to like do the classwork or write the notes, I was gonna write my raps. If I had a rap going in my head right now, I'm gonna write it right now, before I lose it, you know. And I wrote a lot. Even right now, this is so convenient because like, yeah, this is so convenient. See this? So all these papers, these bunch of papers, these are all raps, right? And this is not all. There's more in books, but this, I don't know if you can see properly how thick it is, but like, yeah, these are literally all of this. These are all raps. Some of them I wrote like P3P because I've used them. um you see, if I've used them, I just put a marker on them. But like, these are all raps, like this gang raps. So like, yeah, this was what I was doing. Yeah, this was what I was doing most of my time. And yeah, it really gave me something to look forward to, something to aspire to be, right? And I know I'm speaking like I'm done with music. No, I've still got a lot of music coming. My music pursuit is still on high pursuit, hot pursuit, whatever you want to call it. But I'm still definitely gonna drop a lot of music. I'm definitely gonna break into the industry. I just discovered that, hey, not everyone has to break the same way, right? Not everyone gets in the industry by getting ahead and doing whatever, getting a label signed or whatever. Not everyone breaks into the industry like that. We all have to find our own way, find our own paths, and find out who we are in the process, right? And I feel like I enjoy what I'm doing right now, talking to you, and I just enjoy it. It's just so fun, and at the same time, it's a great way for me to have a platform to promote different things like my music and my talent, right? And at the same time, it's not about that. It's also, if you don't like my music, if you don't want to listen to my music, it doesn't matter. It's not meant for you. If it's not meant for you, it's meant for whoever finds it appealing to them, right? But I also feel like me telling a story of what I do or how I got into something might be an inspiration to someone out there to get into it. Someone out there might be using their phone and be like, "Oh, I never knew there was an app you could record yourself like that." You see, so yeah, stories can be really impactful, and we always take that for granted. And yeah, yeah. But anyways, that was long enough. Hey, I really got into my life deep, deep, deep with that one. Well, not too deep, but like I really got into like my childhood. Yeah, that was that. This feels like a therapy session where I'm just unpacking. Yeah, it's just I'm just thinking now I'd have to unpack the sad stuff too. But y'all will comment if you comment. But I'm just, as long as I get 5 views, that's all I'm shooting for. Um, yeah, thank the Lord.